Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of Technical Assistant Mines and Geology 1919 question paper, and I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NetGate, GSI and other exams. Welcome to Set 2. Coming to the first question. The curvature of the isogyre increases. The choices are A. With the increase in the thickness of the section. B. With the decrease in the thickness of the section. C. With the decrease in the optic axial angle. And D. None of the above. So the correct option is A. The curvature of the isogyre increases with the increase in the thickness of the section. The number of the isochromes and maximum order of the interference colors seen, these will increase with the increasing in thickness and absolute birefringence. So A, with the increase in the thickness of the section, is the correct option. Next question. A coarse grained sandstone with abundant feldspar derived from disintegration of granites is known as A. Arkose, B. Grit, C. Graveite, D. None of the above. The correct option is A. Arkose. Arkose is a coarse grained sandstone that is rich in feldspar and is commonly derived from the disintegration of granite. A is the correct option. Next question. The process by which a homogeneous magma breaks up into unlike fractions which ultimately form rocks of different composition is described as A. Crystal fractionation, B. Fractional crystallization, C. Gravity separation, D. Magmatic differentiation. So the correct option is D. Magmatic differentiation. Magmatic differentiation is the process by which a single magma creates different types of rock or daughter magmas by separating and concentrating the elements within it. So this is the process by which magma breaks into unlike fractions is known as a magmatic differentiation. D is the correct option. Next question. Which of the following igneous plutons have been emplaced by the Calderon subsidence mechanism? The choices are A. Bismullite, B. Batholith, C. Conolith and D. Facholith. So the correct option is C. Conolith. Conolith, a type of the igneous rock intrusion, this is also known as a pluton that has irregular shape and a floor or base, and these conoliths are different from the other plutonic structures which have specific shapes like dikes, sills, laccoliths and cone sheets. So this conolith, it is the igneous pluton which have been emplaced by the Calderon subsidence mechanism. C is the correct option. Next question. The pillow structure is characteristically exhibited by A. Soda-rich olivine basalts known as spilites, B. Low potassium tholeiitic basalts, C. Alkaline olivine basalts and D. Olivine poor basalts. So the correct option is A. The pillow structure is characteristically exhibited by soda-rich olivine basalts known as spilites, and spilites are known for their well-preserved pillow structure, and these spilites are igneous rocks that are often blistered or pocked, and the individual pillows, they contain concentric zones of vesicles with chlorite and calcite. So the pillow structure is characteristically exhibited by A. Soda-rich olivine basalts known as spilites is the correct option. Next question. Trachyte is the volcanic equivalent of A. Granite, B. Pegmatite, C. Syenite, D. Norite. Trachyte is the volcanic equivalent of syenite. So a trachyte, this is a light colored fine grained igneous rock, and that forms when lava rich, which is very rich in alkali metals and silica, it cools rapidly, and it is made up of alkali feldspar and small amounts of dark colored minerals, and trachyte is often porphyritic, and that means it has a large crystals embedded in a fine grained matrix. So the trachyte is the volcanic equivalent of syenite. Next question. Ripple marks are exhibited in, simple question, A. Granite, B. Basalt, C. Sandstone and D. Charnockite. So obviously ripple marks are exhibited in sandstone. Ripple marks are wavy lines that form when wind or water, it moves across a surface such as a beach, stream, lake or a sand dune. So C. Sandstone is the correct option. Next question. The ophitic texture consists of A. Laths of augite enclosed in the crystals of plagioclase, B. Laths of plagioclase enclosed in the crystals of augite, C. Laths of orthoclase enclosed in the crystals of plagioclase and D. An intergrowth between plagioclase and orthoclase. So the correct option is B. Laths of plagioclase enclosed in the crystals of augite. So ophitic texture, it is a rock texture that features plagiocrystals in the shapes of laths which are surrounded by larger and anhedral pyroxene crystals, and the plagioclase crystals, they are often grouped radially or in a irregular mesh, and ophitic texture, it is a variant of the poikilotic texture. So B is the correct option. Ophitic texture consists of laths of plagioclase which are enclosed in the crystals of augite. Next question. The myrmekitic texture is an intergrowth between A. Orthoclase and plagioclase, B. Orthoclase and quartz, C. Plagioclase and quartz, D. Plagioclase and vermicular quartz. So obviously D. Plagioclase and vermicular quartz is the correct option. Myrmekite texture, it is a wormy or a vermicular intergrowth of quartz in plagioclase feldspar, typically less than 1 millimeter in size, and it is often found in felsic rocks such as granite and is commonly associated with the potash feldspar. So D is the correct option. Next question. The rock syenites are characterized by the predominance of A. Quartz, B. Nepheline, C. Alkali feldspars, D. Potash feldspars. The rock syenites are characterized by the predominance of alkali feldspar. Syenite is an igneous rock that mainly composed of alkali feldspar with less than 5% quartz or feldspathoid. So C. Alkali feldspars is the correct option. Next question. A rock which consists of quartz, albite and edgerite in approximately equal amounts or proportions is described as, the options given are A. tonalite, B. uplite, C. rockalite, D. monzonite. The correct option is D. monzonite. Monzonite is a coarse-grained igneous rock which is made up of roughly or equal amounts of potash feldspar and sodium plagioclase with minor amounts of quartz and other minerals. So D. monzonite is the correct option. Next question. The comatites have a high concentration of A. magnesium, B. iron, C. manganese, D. calcium oxide. So A. magnesium is the correct option. Comatites have a high concentration of magnesium, and comatites are a type of volcanic rock that have a high concentration of magnesium, and these comatites are defined as having a magnesium oxide content of at least 18 weight%. So A. Mg is the correct option. Next question. A sill is a, this is also a very simple question. A. horizontal igneous intrusive, B. vertical igneous intrusive, C. concave igneous intrusive, and D. none of the above. So sill is a horizontal igneous intrusive. A sill, it is a flat sheet of igneous rock that forms between the layers of the existing rock, and sills are concordant intrusive sheets, meaning they do not cut across the existing rock beds. So a sill is a horizontal igneous intrusive is the correct option. Next question. The characteristic texture of lamprophyres is A. penidiomorphic, B. hipidiomorphic, C. allotriomorphic, D. xenomorphic. The characteristic texture of lamprophyres is known as a penidiomorphic. When most of the grains are euhedral, the texture of the rock is described as a penidiomorphic, and this texture, it is usually found in the lamprophyres. And euhedral granular hornblendite, so that is rocks possessing truly euhedral crystals, are very rare. So the characteristic texture of lamprophyres is A. penidiomorphic is the correct option. Next question. An ultrabasic plutonic rock consisting almost entirely of olivine is A. dunite, B. peridotite, C. kimberlite, and D. norite. So the correct option is A. dunite. This is also a very simple and straightforward question. An ultrabasic plutonic rock consisting entirely of olivine is known as a dunite. Dunite is a coarse-grained and greenish colored igneous rock that is rich in olivine, and it is also known as olivinite. A is the correct option. Next question. Diorite is composed of A. calcic plagioclase, hornblende and quartz, B. calcic plagioclase, bitite and quartz, B. sodic plagioclase and C. sodic plagioclase and hornblende, D. quartz, potash feldspar and mafics. So diorite is composed of calcic plagioclase, hornblende and quartz. A is the correct option. Next question. When euhedral crystals are there in the matrix, the texture developed is described as A. idiomorphic, B. porphyritic, C. poikilotic, D. ophitic. When euhedral crystals are there in the matrix, the texture is known as a idiomorphic. If most of the grains are euhedral, that means they are bounded by well-formed crystal faces. The fabric is said to be idiomorphic granular. And if most of the grains are subhedral, that is when they are bounded by only a few well-formed crystal faces, then the fabric is said to be hipidiomorphic granular. Here, when the euhedral crystals are there in the matrix, the texture is known as a idiomorphic. A is the correct option. Next question. Volcanic equivalent of gabbro is A. basalt, B. trachyte, C. andesite, D. rhyolite. Volcanic equivalent of gabbro is known as a basalt. A is the correct option. Basalt, it is a fine-grained extrusive igneous rock that forms when magma cools rapidly, and it's chemically equivalent to the gabbro. Basalt, it makes up more than 90% of all volcanic rocks on the earth, and it's a common rock on the other planets in our solar system, including Venus, Mars and the moon as well. So volcanic equivalent of gabbro is A, basalt is the correct option. Next question, when the sediment is transported to longer distance by river, its shape becomes A, angular, B, rounded, C, triangular, D, platy. It's also a simple question. When the sediment is transported to longer distances by river, its shape becomes rounded. The shape of the sediment becomes rounded when it is transported by a river over a long distance. So B, rounded is the correct option. Next question. When the products of weathering are deposited at the same place without any transportation, such deposits are called A, sedimentary, B, residual, C, chemical and D, lacustrine. So the correct option is B, residual. Residual deposits are insoluble products of the rock weathering that are left behind after the soluble constituents have been removed, and these are formed when a pre-existing rock is altered and loses a large proportion of its constituents through dissolution, and the remaining material is enriched in certain minerals or other elements. We can say the examples like bauxite, residual nickel, iron, laterites and soil. So B, residual is the correct option. Hope you have followed the content and the questions. See you in the next video. Hope you can like and hope you can subscribe to this channel for more content. See you in the next video. Thank you for your time.